This morning I'm here trying to get these parts ready for paint and reassembly. But there's an ungodly amount of rust. I'm going to be derusting parts for the rest of my life. I've had these parts in here for roughly 16 to 18 hours. The normal amount of time that people leave these in here is anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. We're going to pull it out and see how far we've come since then. So here is the brake caliper, and it is much less rusty. We got some big pieces on here still. But yeah, with a little bit of this, and this is just our plastic brush. All that's gone or going. Yeah, this is incredible. Yeah, look at that. Just brushes right off. Not even a wire brush. These are a couple still shots I have of the subframe, of what it looked like before it went into the pot. So you can see a little bit of a comparison to what it looks like now. Alright, let's see about the subframe now. So at first glance it looks like there's still some on the subframe down here in all these spots. But again, we take this brush, boom, gone. Then we mixed up a small batch of the deoxy for our nuts and bolts. So the first thing is to hit them with this degreaser, which is made by the same company that makes the deoxy, as well as the deox gel, which is just a gel that you put on, items that won't fit in a vat, which I also got, so we'll use that on the car itself. We'll apply this, fairly liberally. You can see it's already starting to take some of this crud off. It's actually pretty powerful, even at this low concentration. I bet if you used it, straight out of the can, which the bottle does come with a sprayer straight from these guys. I bet it'd be pretty powerful. It smells really similar to Purple Power. If you ever use that. I really like that degreaser, but we can't get it here in the UK. Next, we'll throw in our bolts and nuts and washers. These are all for the subframe assembly, and we'll see how they look tomorrow with our deoxy, our deruster. You guys in here and leave it in here for a few hours and see what happens, So some of these are, not, I don't know if that's rust or just discoloration, but we'll find out tomorrow. See, like that. That should go away. Along with a lot of that. Should look pretty good. These don't look too bad. With a closer look at the calipers, I noticed that there's a lot of rust on them still, and that we're going to put them back in for another stint of 24 hours hopefully. We'll come back out tomorrow and see how they look. But it did knock off a lot of rust. It's a lot better looking now, but it did need some more work. At the same time, we flipped over the subframe and the crossmember to get the other side because I did not purchase enough or get a big enough bucket to fit the whole subframe in at one time. So we'll let those sit overnight and see what they look like tomorrow. So here I'm throwing on some famous poop filler primer, and so these two parts are for the strut tower brace, and they look terrible when they went into the deox, and they came out looking pretty good. They had a bunch of old black paint on them, and they were, all the rust was gone, so it was just silver and black. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll sand these up, and then we'll throw on the gloss clear or the gloss black that I'm going to coat them in. After that, I decided it was time to work on my atrocious welding skills. I am a welder by no means, and I do not know how to weld very well. I cut up an old panel from a car out of the junkyard over here next to us. They gave me for free, which was nice. So I cut up a bunch of pieces to see, because there's a lot of welding that needs to happen on the car, and I need to get better at welding if I'm going to weld. This is what they look like. Beautiful. It's the best welds anyone has ever seen. At least the weld didn't break, right? All around it. Still, I think before I go welding on my car, I need to learn some welding skills. So this is my first video of hopefully many to come. I would just like to document what I'm doing to this car and how I do it, and it also helps that I film things on the car before I take them apart, so I know where they go together. So I figured I was already filming, so why not make a YouTube channel? Plus, I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel. I love watching YouTube videos, so why not make YouTube videos, you know? If there's anything you guys think I could work on, obviously it's my first video. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but if there's anything you guys think you could help me with or that I could work on, I'm open to suggestions, and I will be reading the comment section. So I hope you guys come back tomorrow for a new episode.